Hi, family and friends of Chuck. We're from Tuesday and Thursday hockey group, and we wanted to share a few thoughts about Chuck. Sorry, this is just after hockey, that's why we're all sweaty. This is not makeup. What we wanted to do is each share a special thought about Chuck. My own is the fact that Chuck was always a competitor, well respected in the room, and if he didn't pick up defensive coverage, Chuck was nice enough to let you know. We always had a lot of laughs, and I think he's going to be sorely missed, and I know he'll be 10 and goal up there in the sky. So thanks again, Chuck, for everything.
Okay, my name is Ross Jones. They call me Ross Cole sometimes, and I had a nice time playing with Chuck. And one thing about Chuck that I recall is he sure didn't want me playing defense, but we had a good time out there.
Hi, Rob Morty. I'm a defenseman, and I like to think that Chuck rarely yelled at me because I stayed at home. I'd like to pass my condolences on to the family. Chuck will be missed by all of us here. He was a great guy.
Okay. Nick Ketcha, to forward. Don't play defense or forward. A lot of things that we could say about Chuck, but I have to say the thing that I'll remember for the rest of my life was when Chuck and his wife showed up at the rink and the boys stopped and paid tribute. It really brought home the point of how much everybody means to each other, and I know I'll remember Chuck's face at that moment for the rest of my life, and that feeling for the rest of my life. So thank you, Chuck, for everything you've given us.
Chuck and family, Paul Byrne here. Chuck, you were a fellow printer, a guy that we could talk about magazines with, and I know that was in your blood for a long time. As a competitor, you were fantastic, a great goaltender. Our guys will hear all chest one of the records, I think, only 2 goals in one whole afternoon. So fantastic job. I was the opposite of the stay at home. I was the guy always leaving you, so sorry for that one, buddy. But all the best to everybody and your family. Take care.
Hey Chuck, Will here. Really gonna miss you and your spot on the bench there in the change room next to me on the left, or near me on the left. I'll always remember that the 2 goals that were scored, only 2 goals scored on you in the whole session, and you were the leader for a couple of years in that record, that so-called record. And I still have that mat you gave me for changing my skates, keeping my skates sharp, and you're a thoughtful person, and you remembered to bring it for me, and I'll always have it. We're going to miss you, Chuck. We're going to miss you.
Hi, Chuck. Barry Allmark. Chuck and I go back a long way. 2003 is my earliest memory of Chuck being the goalie. My good memories of Chuck involve the fact that he was the most punctual goalie we've ever had. Always reliable. In fact, it used to get to the point where Chuck would come up to me during the pre-game skate and say, "Barry, I'm here at 11:30, I'm on the ice at 12, and you guys drive yourselves in. You know, if this is going to continue like this, then I'm going to come at 12 o'clock and start dressing men." My other great memory of Chuck is that he had a terrible habit of, when there was a breakaway, he decided it was time to have a break. He turned his body on everybody and started having a little drink out of his water bottle. Chuck, we really miss you, and we'll carry on in your memory for sure.
Okay.
Bob Levin. I've played hockey with Chuck for years, and I've also golfed with Chuck at Channel Lake several times. Chuck was a really sociable guy. Chuck definitely loved the game of hockey, but I think just as much he loved sitting around having a few beers after whatever game he played and just shooting the breeze. We all loved Chuck a lot. We shed some tears to hear that he was gone, and we're going to miss him.
Hi Chuck, it's Barry Brandon. I remember our trips to the Ironman tournament in Penticton most of all. And you never failed that every time I was in the shower, I got to have your cold ice water on the back of my leg out of your water bottle. You were an Ironman, Chuck. I'm going to miss you a lot.
Chuck, you're going to be sorely missed. I hope that I'm still able to play half as well as you do. You know, it's quite a position you played, and
I'll really miss our goalie talks, our equipment changing talks. Thumbs up, buddy. All the best.
Hi, Chuck, Gary here. We're certainly going to miss you in the dressing room. I guess one thing I'm not going to miss is the glove hand. I don't think there was scored over there. But certainly we're going to miss you with everything else.
Hey, it's Trevor Kilburn. Chuck, we're going to miss you a lot. You know, we've got a great group of guys that are playing hockey on Thursdays, and you are one of the main crew members here. And you're an inspiration to all of us playing at your age, and we all just hope we can keep playing when we're your age. And not only that, you were competitive all the way through your 60s. So we're going to miss you, and we just want to wish your family some comfort. They're probably going to miss you more than we do, but it's been great meeting you.
Hi, my name is Lindsay McDonald. Played hockey with Chuck Parr for many years. And one of my favorite stories with Chuck was one actually shared to me by another goaltender. We change ends at the end of 5 goals all the time, and as we cross center ice, Chuck always had something to say to the other goalie. And just before that, Chuck had let a goal in from center ice. He came out to play the puck and hopped over his stick and went in the net. And as the goalies crossed past, the other goalie said to Chuck, I've never seen anything like that before. And Chuck said, see, at 65, I'm still teaching you something new. Thanks, Chuck. We'll miss you.
Hi, my name is Max Rochette. I played hockey with Chuck for several years. I always thought you were great out there. We'll miss you on Thursdays and Tuesdays. Have a good one.
Thanks, Chuck. It was good to play with you. Trust you're in a better place, and we'll miss you a lot. I'll make sure I take good care of the post for you.